Before we start today's video, I just want to give a quick apology for the audio. I am working on it. This is just a temporary thing. I needed to record this video, and for whatever reason, I couldn't fix my audio, so sorry about that ahead of time. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is CoolSim23, and today we have a very interesting video. Very important video. Now, you might recognize this build. This is Shiverburn. Why is that important? Why is that relevant? Well, because it is something that I've been working on for the past couple of days. Well, some new changes to Shiverburn. This is all completely new. And you might be able to tell that this is in fact a brand new level select and world hub, as well as a brand new hidden lever system. So this is going to be the new world hub for Shiverburn. The old one is getting removed as it didn't really fit the lore of the map. And I have this new world hub in place. I spent hours of my time building it and laying everything out. But this is going to be all included in a brand new update for Shiverburn. And some of you may have anticipated that indeed, yes, this is going to be about the Molten Underworld. And I figured I'd start by modifying the world hub to better fit the lore. So let me show you all what I have with this update. So aside from the new world hub and the removal of the old one, I did some rewiring of all the commands and stuff. So what all is coming to the Molten Underworld? A lot of things, actually. A lot of things that you all can get very excited for. So, as you can see here, this is where the Molten Underworld left off. And as you can see, that hole has opened in the middle. And there are these 5 other levels. I don't have much of the Molten Underworld done, but what I do have is quite exciting. So let me just show you real quick what I have for this update. So if we just drop down here, you can see that without any form of teleporting, look, there's the lantern above. Without any teleportation, we get transported into the first level of this map. It's quite a long one. It comes all the way through here, and then down to here. And then you go through this little passage here. Next there, and then you come into this massive chamber here. This room isn't finished. This is what I was currently working on before recording this video, and as you can see, there is quite a bit more to be done. So I've been working on this project for around about 3 weeks now, getting the world hub in, terraforming this massive area down here, getting the previous level in, all for an update I'm not even sure is worth it. This is going to be, the Molten Underworld is going to be included in a 2-part update called Shiverburn Complete. It's going to be the complete update, finishing off this very long project that I've been working on for almost 2 years now. So this update is going to include a lot. It's going to include the Molten Underworld in its entirety. It'll include new hidden levers. It'll include the SFL, the secret final level. And it'll include some other challenges as well. There's not much up here because, again, it's not even close to being done. There's still some stuff on these bridges that are going to be implemented. There's still command blocks that need to be added. There's still hostiles that need to be put into place. That's right. This map is going to feature combat, as well as some other things that I'm just kind of testing, including a new checkpoint system. This update is going to be big, and there's going to be a lot to it. With that being said, I cannot ignore the success of Into the Stars 2. Now, in the previous clip, I am aware, at the time of recording this video, the map hasn't dropped yet, so I don't know exactly how successful it was. But based on the positive response to both the Into the Stars 2 skin, as well as the response to the trailer and that announcement, I think it's safe to say for me, at least, that this map is going to do well. But at this point, I don't know. So I'm hoping it did well. I'm assuming it did well. Otherwise, my problem is very much easily resolved. That being said, I did really enjoy working on this map. This was, honestly, I gotta say, one of my all-time favorite maps to work on. And that was for a few reasons. One, this map is amazing. And I really love the theme and the atmosphere and the story it tells. And two, as before with Shiverburn, I just had a basic level with different jumps. All the levels were basically the same, give or take a theme to the builds and stuff. Shiverburn is definitely a big example of that, just ice and basic parkour. But with Into the Stars 2, I had the ability to pick a theme. And I went with space exploration and the Riptide Trident. Now, as for the theme of each and every levels, we have the Drip Leaf, we have the TNT parkour, we have the Amethyst Crystals, we have the freezing mechanics, we have the honey blocks, we have contraptions, we have Riptide base level. I don't know why my frames are acting up. We have the block placers. We have a boss fight. We have, well, if you haven't entered the chamber, then I'm not going to spoil what's in the chamber. And then we, of course, have the Riptide Well, which is an incredibly special final level. And this map even included things like customizations, different options for different types of headgear, just fun stuff. This map featured a lot, and I do mean a lot. And I really did enjoy working on it, and if you've ever played as far into the Riptide Well, you'll know that I've got my own custom story to this map, and I can see myself staring at myself from behind, which is not creepy at all. So anyway, this map featured this guy, Gravity, and a counterpart of Anti-Gravity. Both of these entities are seen in this map, and both of them play a very important role, Gravity being more so. So with Into the Stars 2, we kind of had the start of an adventure. Starla is introduced as our main protagonist, Starla being a young adult who's just wanting to go into space all her life, and then she's given the chance to, only to have it taken away by, well, this guy, Gravity. And in the third map, that's right, I do want to do a third map. I plan on continuing where Into the Stars 2 left off. I'm not going to spoil the ending to how this map goes, but I will say it is very intriguing, and it is quite exciting. And according to my beta tester, it is quite difficult as well. It is a bit of a gauntlet. But honestly, I think it was worth it. So, Into the Stars 2 obviously has its own unique ending, and Into the Stars 3, if I ever do it, is going to continue where Into the Stars 2 leaves off. And I'm gonna warn you now, I don't have much progress done. But I do have a bit done. Let me show you exactly what I do have done and share with you some of my ideas for Into the Stars 3. In the previous clip I said I had a bit of this map done. this is it. I don't have much of this map done. There's nothing around, as you can see, and it's just this central trident monument thing that I just have kind of up in the sky. But this trident is very important to the map. If you've played Into the Stars 2, I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler warning. So, at the end of Into the Stars 2, Starla attempts to riptide into space using the Cosmic Trident. She does this in a very ineffective method by having the nether stars act as the platforms that she riptides off of. In case that section at the beginning of the riptide well was a little bit confusing, that's what was going on there. I understand it wasn't as clear communicated as I would like it to have been. But anyway, she gets caught by gravity and dragged down into the riptide well, thus beginning, well, the actual level, and prompting the boss fight of that level. After defeating the boss, gravity buries you, yada yada yada, anti-gravity saves you, we know how it goes. We know how the story goes. And Into the Stars 3 is going to pick up where Into the Stars 2 left off, with Starla escaping the riptide well with the help of anti-gravity, and then coming here to finish the journey. Now what exactly is this place? And why is it relevant? This is Trident's Peak. Down below, as you can see, I kind of had a start for a central pillar. That pillar there, I believe, is like 64 blocks. As a matter of fact, I can just pull up the chords. Yeah, this is 174 blocks above the floor. Because bedrock's at 0 and bedrock's just down below that ocean. This is going to be the start, the peak of this giant mountain that's going to be one of a few islands taking place in this map. With Into the Stars 2, I had like several different areas, some of which were larger than others, some of them were underground. As a matter of fact, most of them were underground. But some of them had this massive, wide open expanse obscured by a giant border wall. Well, those border walls take forever to build, so I thought to myself, islands. Just go the Shiverburn route and make giant islands. So that's what we're going to do with this map. The idea of an archipelago. So around this massive island that's yet to be constructed, again, I just started working on this like the other day. I just got this trident monument in place and then I was ready for just as like a starting point. But around the central, imagine the central mountain moving all the way down to sea level. We've got at least 2 different levels on this mountain leading up to this central point, this giant trident at the top. This island is going to be one of about 7, each with their own like theme and style. And those are going to be our main levels. And that's how this map is going to work. You're going to travel to this archipelago, gather nether stars on these various different islands, and then bring them here to the trident. And up there at the top, there is a launch pad. And if you launch off of it, after collecting all 23 nether stars, it's going to take you to the secret final level. I guess it's not really secret. It's going to be this map's equivalent of the Riptide Well. And I don't currently have a name for it, and it's way too early to start confirming things, but that's basically what this trident, this massive structure in the middle, is going to be significant for. So obviously this map is going to be just as big as Into the Stars 2. It may take a long time though, which is why at the beginning of the video I said I was conflicted on this. I feel like with the weight of Into the Stars 2 taking like 9 months, I feel like it would be better if I released Shiverburn before starting working on this. So that way I can get it out and people have something to enjoy while working on this massive, massive project. But on the other hand, I kinda don't feel like doing Shiverburn. And I honestly really want to get started on this. And you're probably thinking to yourself, cool Sam, just what's stopping you? What's going on? Just work on the cool map that you want to build. And that comes to one of the biggest mistakes on my channel. it's on screen. This video absolutely sucked. I will admit it. I really enjoyed making it, and the concept for it was definitely intriguing, and I'm for sure not going to do it again. Well, maybe not really that kind of like ambitious style of video. We're just like announcing future plans and stuff as if it was like confirmed gonna happen. So in that video I announced like 5 different adventure maps, Into the Stars 2 being one of them, and Shiverburn and the Molten Underworld being the other. Into the Stars 2 took way longer than expected, and 2 of the maps were cancelled. That being Dropless and One Chance. If you don't know what those maps were going to be, good. So, if I can just land on this giant thing. So obviously, I do have a prior commitment with Shiverburn. Finishing that map is almost a priority, but honestly, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. In the comments down below, and I'm going to be posting this on Planet Minecraft, which map do you want to see first? Do you want to see this massive Into the Stars 3, which is going to be a massive project just like Into the Stars 2, and it will be worth it, but it's going to take a long time to build. As you can see here, I spent like half an hour working on this monument, and you can see how high we are up. And I got this massive mountain, this massive terraforming project to do, not to mention the parkour course that's going to go on it. The 2 parkour courses, actually. So this area here, this mountain, is going to be 2 levels in 1. So I'm really saving on space there. So, do you guys want to see this massive project that's going to take probably half a year to build, at least? Or do you want me to work on Shiverburn and get that map out first? It would be out probably, in an ideal world, it'd be out by March. But I'm going to be realistic, pushing for April. I'm pushing for an April release for Shiverburn, if Shiverburn wins this vote. If Into the Stars 3 wins, then I can focus all my attention onto this project, and I gotta say, I honestly feel like doing Into the Stars 3 over Shiverburn, but I'm not the community. You guys are. So I'm leaving it to you to vote on which map sounds the coolest, which map looks to be the most promising. Again, don't rule out Into the Stars 3 because, well, I just have one platform done. Kinda just like go to Into Stars 2 and just kinda get a feel for what this map is going to be like. So that way you can know what this map, Into the Stars 3, is going to be like. And let me tell you, it's going to be pretty crazy. So, I'm conflicted. Let me know in the comment section, let me know on PMC, you can message me directly. Just let me know which of the 2 maps would you rather see first. And if no one says anything, and I do mean that, I'm expecting no one to say anything, because no one cares. If no one says anything, then I'll probably end up working on Into the Stars 3 first. I just wanted to give the audience just their say in it. I wanted to give the audience a say. So, thank you so much for watching this slightly longer video, and I'm aware the audio is poor quality. I am working on it on the side. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're excited for either one of these projects, let me know which one you want to see first, because it's a big decision and it's going to affect what comes out, give or take, at the end of the year. Or it doesn't come out at the end of the year. Maybe the beginning of next year. This is going to be a big project and I got a lot of plans for it. So, and again, this is just a simple beginning. We got a lot of work down below to work on. A lot of things down below to work on. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Catch you later.